Hi, we're John and Holly with Let's Go Now Adventures, and our channel is about all things camping. Whether you tent camp or RV camp, our goal is to just help you have a great camping experience. So today we are talking about the importance of having an emergency kit in your vehicle with you at all times, and some of the items that you might want to put in that emergency kit. So spring break is just rounding down, and so that actually means camping season is just around the corner. We're so excited. And so we thought it would be timely to go over maybe some of the things that you might want to put in your emergency kit.
You know, campers really need emergency kits, maybe even more than other people, for 4 reasons. First, you're traveling usually farther than you normally would. You've usually got more people in the vehicle than you would on a day-to-day basis. It's not uncommon to be towing 5, 10, even 20,000 pounds behind you, and you're heading to some pretty remote locations, often without cell phone coverage.
Now, not all of the emergencies are like the ones that you saw at the beginning of the video. Take any parent who's ever had a screaming, tired, hungry, cold child. Now, that's a different type of emergency.
It's a real emergency. You know, as campers, you're already more prepared than most people. But what we're presenting today is a list of items for you to keep in your vehicle. And the reason is when you're camping, you're not always at your campsite.
So one of the pluses by having your emergency kit already ready is that it helps to reduce stress. Now, when you're trying to get ready for a camping trip, there's a gazillion different things that you need to remember. And so by having your kit just always in your car and stocked helps to eliminate some of the, well, what if? And this way you can kind of relax and enjoy camping a little bit more.
So what we're doing today is we're presenting some items to put in an emergency kit. At no point do we think we've got every item for everybody listed today. What we hope to do is really just plant a seed to get you thinking about what items you'd like to put in your kit.
So a lot of these items we're going to talk about, you'll notice, are duplicate items, things that we already have in the RV or back at the campsite. Take, for example, a first aid kit. We have a first aid kit in the RV and we have a first aid kit in the truck.
So in the video today, I am not going to be covering all the tools that you would normally carry for repair of your gear, your RV, or your vehicle. However, there are a couple of simple tools that I really do recommend that you keep in your kit. Let's get on with the list.
So some of the items that you'll definitely want to have with you in your emergency kit is a good comprehensive first aid kit. And then also consider having an extra supply of some of the daily medications that you take. Also some toiletries, some toilet paper, baby wipes, and then in this day and age, probably some gloves and masks.
So you want light. It gets dark out there. I recommend a flashlight and a lantern, and make sure you have batteries for both. Hey, it's a plus if one of them's solar powered. Carry some paracord and some duct tape. You can do a lot of repairs with those 2 items. Make sure you have your compass, a knife, matches or a lighter, some way to make a fire. And then, as the tools I was talking about, make sure you have a screwdriver with one of those interchangeable tips and a good pair of pliers.
Now make sure you pack food and water. We always have a supply of beef jerky, granola bars, peanut butter. Those kind of snacks are high in protein and will sustain you longer if you need to use them. They also keep for quite a while. And then we always have a couple jugs of extra water that just stay in the truck at all times. Now, if you don't have room for a lot of water, at least have the means to get water, like a life straw.
So make sure you have some work gloves. Also, a tow strap and jumper cables. A good idea would be to have some reflectors and flares, and make sure you have everything you need to repair a flat tire. And another good idea is if you have a Jeep or a truck where you can secure a gas can to the outside, make sure if you're going deep into the backcountry, have some gas in it. If you just have a regular passenger vehicle, it's not a bad idea to keep an empty gas can in there.
Think about keeping some extra clothes and socks in your emergency kit. You never know if you're going to get wet or the weather will turn and it'll be cold. Also, a rain poncho is a great idea in case you do need to be out in the elements, and let's say it's a downpour, the rain poncho will help keep you warm. A wool blanket is a great option. Also, we keep 2 sleeping bags in the back seat of our truck. Now, we keep them there for Murphy, so when he jumps up, he's always usually muddy or he sheds a lot. But at least we know if there were an emergency, we have those 2 extra sleeping bags back there. Now, another good thing to remember is to keep an extra set of keys. Need I say more? Make sure you have your important documents with you at all times. And last but not least is good form of communication, whether it be a cell phone or a radio, and then a way to charge those items.
Of course, you're going to prioritize your kit a little bit differently, depending on your style and type of camping, the people you're camping with, or the destinations that you're heading.
And use a little bit of creativity when making your emergency kit. We have 3 different places in our truck that we actually have emergency gear. We have a backpack with things like a first aid kit, where it's more of a grab and go. So if we needed something, we would grab it and jet. But we also have a tote in the back of our truck with more of the bigger items, like everything you would need to fix a tire, and some of the food and water we store in that tote. And then, of course, we keep our documents and some of the smaller tools in the glove compartment. So it's not necessarily that you have it in one box all squashed in there. More importantly is that you have everything in one location that you can get to if you need it.
So, Holly, what's one thing that you would never leave home without from our list?
For me, I am cold all the time. And so for me, it's important to always have something warm, an extra jacket or something, because if I'm warm, then I'm happy. John, what about you?
So I always carry a knife and some way to make fire, either a lighter or matches. But this last summer, it was really cool because we both are licensed ham radio operators. And we were camping most of last summer in places where there was no cell phone coverage at all. And it was really nice to be able to, when we weren't together, to be able to contact each other, just give us a status update, let us know, the other one know that they're okay. But it really hit home. I broke down when I was by myself at one point last summer, and because of 2 things. I had the emergency kit in the truck, and I had the radio, and I knew that even if I couldn't fix the problem, I had nothing to worry about. I've got the emergency kit, and I could always call for help on my radio.
Yeah. So if you are interested in finding more about ham radios, we are going to be putting out an upcoming video that has everything to do with camping with a ham radio. So watch for that to come out.
So Let's Go Now Adventures has some very smart viewers. And we've got campers that range in experience from very beginners to seasoned veterans, people who have decades of camping experience behind them. So we're asking you guys, because we know that we didn't list everything in our list today, if you wouldn't mind leaving in the comments section down below anything that you can think of that should be included in the ultimate emergency kit list. Other viewers would not only really appreciate your contribution, but I'd like to in the future make a second video on this topic where we take your suggestions for the most comprehensive emergency kit list suggested by you. We really do hope that this video has caused you to at least think about the importance of having an emergency kit in your vehicle, and also given you a seed for thought about things that you should put in your emergency kit. We hope you found some value in the video today. If you did, give us a big thumbs up. From Holly, I'm John. We'll see you on the next adventure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's not uncommon to be towing 5, 10, even 20,000 pounds, or
It's okay, the dog.
You know, as campers, bounce off the car.